Hey everybody, welcome to your daily report with Angry Tim. It's a nice day outside, so I thought I'd shoot this outside, but man, it's windy, so I'll see how this comes out. I got the microphone windscreen on there, but it's shaking like crazy, so I'll make this one quick. I just wanted to read. I don't know whose quote this is, but I saw this the other day, and I thought it was really interesting to what's going on in the world today. Um, it says, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change." And I thought that was so true. Um, I mean, again, you see with all the layoffs, a lot of kids just graduating from college can't find jobs, or maybe they did have a job and they just got laid off. So the world is changing, and people kind of keep doing the old thing where they think they can go to school, they get their diploma, they're going to work for a great company that loves them, they're going to be paid tons of money because they're so amazing, and they'll just have this job forever with continuous pay raises every year, bonuses. Life will be awesome. They're going to buy a house, go on vacations, and everything will be awesome. And that's what we were taught to believe. Since you're a little, preschool, you got to do well in preschool so you can get into kindergarten and learn your ABCs and one, two, threes, and then you get into first grade and they keep pushing you and pushing you, and you got to take your test at the end of the year, the national test, and see where you rank. Then you got to do well in high school so you can get into a good college. Why? Well, because if you can get into a good college, that means you're going to have that great diploma that everybody loves. And when they see that diploma, they'll be throwing millions of dollars at you saying, please work for you. You're amazing. I've never seen a diploma before. You're the only person in America with one. So here's millions of dollars and come work for our company. Unfortunately, everything is true up until the last part. I'm being a little sarcastic, but it almost seems that way. You have expectations. Hey, I'm going to study. I mean, you're studying from age, I guess if you count preschool, from 4 years old, you're already preparing yourself. You know, then you go to kindergarten, then you get through all of high school. You're usually about 18 years old when you finish high school. And from that point on, if you choose or choose not to go to college, you can just start working if you wanted, or continue on and get higher education. And again, college could be 4 years or longer, depending on what you're studying. And at the end of all that, you expect, hey, I did my part. I put in the time, I put in the money, I put in the effort. So where's my return? Where's this job that is sorry, let me move the camera over a little. Where is this job that's going to make my life amazing, where whatever my salary is, it's going to cover all my living expenses and plus more. I'm going to live in a big beautiful house in the best part of town so my kids can go to the good schools in the good town. I'm going to have a brand new car every 2 years. I'm going to go on a big vacation twice a year. We'll have all this extra money we can put into retirement and our kids' college fund. Unfortunately, doesn't exist. Maybe it exists for a very, very small few, but for the most part, a lot of people graduating from college aren't getting paid much more than people who didn't go to college. The diploma, with or without it, isn't seeming to help people find a job or get a better paying job. They may get a job, but they may be working with people who didn't go to college and they're getting the same pay. So that quote there just really kind of said, hey, we've got to adapt. So what is going on? How do you adapt to these times? Is it fair for all these people to just go through the whole educational system and come out and get nothing for it? No, it's not fair. They have tons of college debt. Again, college, universities, they're a business. And again, just like an employee, an employer relationship, business to the employee, these colleges just want your money. It's a business. They want to collect the money so they can pay themselves first. They're going to pay themselves a nice salary, make school improvements, have nice offices, nice perks for themselves. And education is secondary. Sports is also important to a lot of these colleges and universities, but as far as preparing you for the real world, getting you a good return on your investment of time and money, um, going to these schools, they don't care. They should give you a refund. I mean, there should be, you can get a refund for almost anything. When you're promised something and you don't get the service or product, that was promised, you can get a refund. Shouldn't there be one with school? You give them tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition. You have to buy all their books. You have to, stay in a dorm. 4 years of just studying, wasted time, possibly. And if you're not promised that job, whatever, in whatever they were teaching you, whatever history, grammar, English, whatever, engineering, computer science, whatever you were studying in college, if you graduate from college and you can't find a job that pays enough for just a normal standard of living and you're able to make your payments on your student loan, you should definitely get a refund because they scammed you. That was a total ripoff. If anything, most of the things you learn in college could have been done in high school. I don't even see a point in college. A lot of the stuff in high school, you can just cram that in there. There's a lot of wasted time in just the whole K through 12 that there's nothing you couldn't have learned earlier and then already started working after high school and have the same education as a college graduate with just a bachelor's degree. Now, if you want to go beyond that and specialize, yeah, it's a different story. You want to be a doctor or engineer, chemist, or something like that. But just getting your bachelor's liberal arts, uh, I don't know. I think they should be giving refunds to all these kids. I don't know why the taxpayers have to bail them out. Make the colleges bail them out because I did not promise anybody. If you give me, 25,000 dollars a year for an education, that you'll get a good job, and I didn't drill that into your mind. So I think that's something the universities and college, they should be refunding them. But it seems like their enrollment is down anyway. So hey, maybe people are waking up, and a lot of people are just skipping the whole thing altogether. And these colleges will have to actually teach something useful in this world because we've got to adapt to things. So education is one thing. Um, Another area we need to adapt to is what's going on with the economy. We have gold going up. I think it's close to $2,800 an ounce. Silver is $33 to $35 an ounce. Why is everyone buying gold and silver? Also, Bitcoin is like over $85,000 for a Bitcoin. It's not necessarily that gold became something different into a more valuable metal. Gold is still gold. It's the same gold it's been for millions of years. What changed is the value of the dollar. So instead of someone saying, I'll give you 1,500 US dollars for an ounce of gold, that US dollar isn't worth so much. So if someone were to sell you an ounce of gold today, they're not going to accept $1,500 because that doesn't buy you anything. The dollar is not as valuable as it once was. So if you want to trade someone an ounce of gold for US dollars, they're going to demand like $2,700, $2,800 for that same 1 ounce of gold. Same thing with the Bitcoin. A Bitcoin is more valuable than it was a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 10 years ago, compared to the dollar. So today, if you wanted to buy one Bitcoin, they're not going to give it to you for less than, it's trading about $85,000 right now. So we have to adapt. Maybe holding dollars and saving dollars, that used to be great. Hide your money under the mattress, put your money into your savings bank, have a savings account, CDs and all these things. Those are great things, but we got to adapt. The world's changed. That just kind of keeping these old ideas in your head without re-looking at the world and questioning things and adapting to things is probably not a good idea right now because things are changing quickly, and a lot of these old ideas like go to school, get a job, work for a company, work hard your whole life so they can lay you off later and fire you before you get your pension. may have been good advice a long time ago. You know, maybe your parents, your grandparents told you that, and they meant well. But your friend Tim here, Angry Tim, is saying, "Hey, man, that's just not how it is anymore. We've been lied to, we've been scammed, and you got to start doing your own research. You got to look into these things and look at the world around you and say, okay, why is a dollar worth less? Why do people want more dollars for everything? More dollars for the food you buy, more dollars for especially gold and silver. That's a good one to watch. And the whole new digital currency, the cryptocurrencies, is another one to watch. As more people would rather put their money into cryptocurrency like Bitcoin instead of keeping dollars in the bank. Because if you just leave $10,000 in the bank, come back to it a year later, you're not going to get much for it. Everything you're going to, you know, if you're trying to save money, let's say you had $1,500 in your bank last year and you thought, oh, I'll buy an ounce of gold. Well, now when you pull that $1,500 out and say, I want to go buy my ounce of gold now, they're going to say, you can get maybe half an ounce. Okay, so the world is changing. That's just something quick I wanted to go over with you today. I have some more things I want to talk about in the next video, but let me read that quote again. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. So that's what I got for you today. That's your daily report with Angry Tim, and I have another video very soon.